Hey guys, I'm Mark from Mixit Studios, and I'm here to talk about why vinyl sucks. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here and you're into all things music and studio related, you've come to the right place. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications bell as well, and gently tap on that like button if you enjoy the video. Sit back, relax, and hear me out on why vinyl sucks. First off, let me say if you love the sound you get from your vinyl records, more power to you. At the end of the day, it's what you personally enjoy that counts. But there are some reasons I'd like to give as to why I don't think it's a good format. When the CD, aka compact disc, was introduced to the market in 1982, it was heralded as the superior format with better sonics and lots of people getting hung up on the idea that you could spread jam on it and it would still play just fine. Fast forward to 2021, and we have known for a long time that the CD is not as indestructible as it was first made out to be. I'd argue that it's a more hardy physical format than vinyl is, but I don't think that's by a vast amount. If you take care of both, they will last a good amount of time, although they are both prone to breaking down over the years. The main advantage of the CD is that it introduced probably the first real mainstream digital music format, and from a technical standpoint, the 44.1 kHz 16-bit audio stored on a CD is a sonically superior recreation of recorded music over vinyl. Now, this is what irks me about the resurgence of vinyl as a music medium. It's absolutely fine if you prefer the sound of vinyl over a CD, but when people are convinced that it's some holy grail of audio fidelity that for some reason everybody largely missed for over 70 years until its resurgence around 2007, it feels a bit silly. The word of mouth marketing hysteria that has protruded over the years since the vinyl resurgence, I think dupes many unknowledgeable people into believing that the cheap £50 retro-styled player that they just bought is their ticket to audiophile heaven. And then on the flip side, you can buy a CD player for £10 or £20, hook it up to some half-decent speakers, and it will sound miles better. Or even better, use your phone with some lossless or high-quality MP3 files on good mid-price headphones or speakers, or even invest in a HD audio player for less than £100 for results far outperforming even a modest vinyl setup. Arguably, even with the relatively poor DACs and amps in your phone, and playback of lossy and or low bitrate MP3s or streaming files, digital will still far outperform vinyl on a technical level. The level of quality we have for music playback in our pockets these days, just with our phone, is crazily good, to the degree where your average person just won't notice the difference between a basic CD or MP3 playback setup. So yes, granted, there is a difference in CD playback quality when it comes to DACs and amplification. And if you're a real audiophile, you can go to town price-wise on that stuff. But that's still far less variables than vinyl has. With vinyl, you need a good deck with a good tone arm and platter, a good needle and cartridge, a good preamp, and a good amp. There are decks out there now with built-in preamps and decent arm setups, but I could still beat that quality on a technical level with a cheap CD player, and a CD player requires far less maintenance and absolutely no setup to ensure good playback, unlike a record player, which needs a well-adjusted and properly weighted tone arm, amongst other things. Now, some people absolutely love all the stuff I just outlined as drawbacks to vinyl and see it as part of the fun of the format. It's a hobby, a desire for audio perfection, and investment in great music. And I think that's awesome. The issue I have is that for your average listener duped into the latest retro revival fad, people who are not going to want to invest or spend a significant amount of time on this stuff, there's bound to be disappointment. I also get the ritual of putting on a record and the whole ritual of playing a vinyl, drawing the record out of its sleeve, carefully placing it on the platter, lowering the needle and watching as it settles into the grooves of the vinyl. Whilst listening, you can admire the big artwork and proudly have it on display when not listening. In my previous video I did on my Spotify and streaming services suck. It's part of what I talked about. Streaming services removes that experience of a listening ritual and makes it less personal. But personally for me, I find vinyl a bit cumbersome and often annoying to handle. The massive sleeves more of a pain to store, and I get more out of the CD's packaging. It's more compact, easier to handle, takes up less space, and you get a cool lyrics booklet full of artwork and liner notes, unless you're Kanye West. CDs also have more scope with the packaging format for special editions with extra goodies and such, not to mention they're much cheaper to produce and buy. But in the end, I guess each to their own. Well, there is one other thing about vinyl that's not too great. It's far more harmful and dangerous to the environment and your personal health than a CD is. I won't relay all the facts and the stats to you in this video, as the YouTuber and musician Ben Jordan did an excellent video on this topic, which I will link to and highly recommend you check out. It's very, very interesting and informative, and he explains it better than I ever could. Everyone with a vinyl collection should definitely watch this video. But in short, PVC in vinyl is extremely toxic and breaks down over the years, releasing harmful gases that can have serious health repercussions, not to mention all the extra packaging and manufacturing processes of vinyl being worse for the environment. So that's it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, definitely check out Ben Jordan's video on vinyl and give this video a like to let me know you enjoyed it. I'd also love it if you would subscribe and hit notifications so I can keep you up to date on the latest content that I put out on this channel. So, I will see you guys in the next one.